He was sitting in the driver's seat, and we know that he was shot from outside of his vehicle.
I'm Phil Martino.
And I'm Madison Fitzpatrick. We're back for another season of Tracking a Killer, The Cold Case Files. We are turning up the heat on 8 unsolved homicides, including the decades-old Margaret McWilliams case out of Toronto.
That was normal that she would go out either bicycling, she'd go walking, she'd go jogging. The cause of death was ligature strangulation.
And we're taking a closer look at the 1990 disappearance of University of Toronto student Elizabeth Bain. Her boyfriend was wrongfully convicted of her murder. Now, a class at the University of Guelph Humber is examining police files on the case.
As far as I'm concerned, the more eyes, the better.
Listen to Tracking a Killer, The Cold Case Files on the Seeker app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Got something to say?
Okay, I'll say it.
Well, you should probably call the Bone phone and let her rip.
It actually feels nice to finally say it out loud.
780-BONE.
Well, I'm not used to standing here.
I'm not used to seeing you standing at all. You're sitting in Phil's chair. Phil's off for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And I just saw you, like, his chair is high.
His chair is so high, and I know he's very particular about his chair, so I dare
he's
not
like a
move
dad.
it. I know. It's like the thermostat or anything, but that's your department, so I won't touch the thermostat or the chair.
Yeah, you got lucky with 2 old guys in the room, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm making it work. Okay, first up, we're going to hear from the angry chef. He's got a traffic complaint.
Hey, RM of East St. Paul. 59 past the perimeter. Either make the speed limit 100 or put cops out here to catch everybody that is doing 100. Because it makes absolutely no sense that there's people speeding down this part of the highway, which you guys have deemed 80 for some reason, for having 4 lanes of traffic going outside the city. So either make it a higher speed or put cops out here to stop the people from speeding. Pick or choose something. Do something better.
4 lanes of traffic going outside the city.
That's interesting because I always heard the East St. Paul police were pretty diligent on speeding out in that area.
Oh,
so
yeah?
that's interesting. Well, that'll get red flagged in that area for sure.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, chef.
right.
Angry chef.
Hang on.
You're not used to running the bone phone
I'm
calls,
not.
so that's okay.
Okay, let's try this now.
Hey, this is for those 2 that called back about Motorhead guy or whatever about his tow truck. Yeah, you are supposed to slow down. Like, that's the law. Same with by cop cars and that. You can't just go flying by tow trucks. And how do you know if he didn't have his pylons out and his lights on? People don't care is right. Maybe you people should get the off the road then, because this is the smart station. Right on. Thank you. Good morning.
You know what's interesting? This came up in conversation yesterday. I was having lunch with a couple of guys, and one of them brought up the fact, shouldn't we be aware of not just emergency vehicles and tow truck vehicles, but just sometimes you'll see the everyday person changing a tire that maybe we should just, slow down around that too.
Well, that was what I said when we initially got the call, because Motorhead guy, just to give some context to it, he was saying, like, I'm a tow truck driver. People aren't slowing down. They're whizzing past me. And somebody was like, well, maybe you didn't have your cones out or whatever. But you see, it's kind of an odd thing to see something pulled over at the side of the road. So we as drivers just have to be respectful. That saw it on the perimeter yesterday, somebody changing their tire.
Yeah.
I moved over. There was another car that didn't.
Yeah.
And they had the space to do it. I was leaving them the space.
Right.
So, yeah, we support you, Motorhead guy, and the tow truck drivers out there, people working hard. Keep it safe. This next one is from Clavin, and it's about daily walks.
Hey, guys, you're running this ad. And it starts off by saying you're out on your daily walk. So the question I have is, who goes out and walks daily, especially in the wintertime? I'm serious. I'm asking the question.
Well, you know who does? Howard Manshine.
Howard Manshine goes out for a daily walk, and if you catch him at the right time and phone him, you'll go, are you actually talking on the phone and walking? Like, you could call back when
like
you
a
stop.
Wind tunnel.
Yeah. I've been caught in it many a times. Joey, just finishing my walk. can I call you back?
Yeah.
He doesn't give you the call you back. He just keeps talking with you. Anyway, yeah.
So there are people that do it, and good for those who push through in the wintertime, though, because I certainly couldn't.
I think in most cases, there are people that do it as a daily routine like Howard, but there's a lot of us dog owners.
Yeah.
There's some weather conditions where the dog doesn't want to go either. Yeah. Trust me. But yeah, interesting question.
For sure. Okay, so Friday, somebody had asked Phil for some Steven Seagal recommendations. He was going to introduce his kid to the Steven Seagal movies. He knows Phil's a fan. And this is somebody who, I don't think it was the person who texted, but they followed up on the advice and have a complaint about it.
Good morning, PJV. Welcome back, Joe.
Thank you.
Hope you made the best of your time away. After the discussions on Friday's show, I made it a point this weekend of watching Under Siege. So I thought it shouldn't be a problem, should be available on a bunch of streaming sites. Yeah, I found it on the streaming sites, but I didn't get to watch it. Can somebody please explain to me why after all these fees we pay for these streaming sites, I have to pay an extra $5 to watch a Steven Seagal movie that's 30 years old? And it wasn't just Under Siege. It was all of the Steven Seagal movies that Philly mentioned. I had no idea, man. I don't understand why I got to pay an extra $5 to watch a 30-year-old movie. If somebody's got an answer, that'd be great. Have a great day, guys. Ciao.
It's interesting because sometimes you'll find that now. Yeah. He's not wrong. I usually find that around the holiday season. Totally. If you're looking for the odd Christmas movie and you go, wow, okay, so unless it comes up on one of the networks where it's going to be, loaded up with commercials,
right,
you'd have to pay to find it.
Yeah.
But I guess they know if you want to watch something bad enough. That happened with one of the Clint Eastwood movies I wanted to watch. Every Which
not
Way
the
But
monkey
Loose.
one, eh?
Yeah,
Is
the
it?
orangutan.
Sorry, yeah, of course.
But there's certain movies, I guess, that they're not just putting out there. But that doesn't make sense. Like if you go on somewhere like Crave, there's like thousands of movies.
I know, but sometimes it is like that specific one that you're looking for. You're right. Sometimes you have to pay for it. And Steven Seagal movies, I can't imagine those are worth paying $5 for.
No comment.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Philly Joe and Vicky fills off today. Congratulations to Derek. He's our latest finalist for the Rush World Tour. This is the last week to get in.
Yep. So a couple of more shots today. I think you're going to hear a Rush song a few times today and a few more times tomorrow, and then Friday morning we'll announce the winner.
Gosh, I already forgot it was Wednesday.
Yeah,
it's going to be weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be an incredible trip to Mexico City to see Rush, probably for the last time, right? I never say never in rock and roll.
Yeah,
but this is supposed to.
Truly.
Well, Motley Crue, who's headlining.
Did you mention Motley Crue coming to Winnipeg?
And I think they actually signed legal documents to say they were retiring.
That old gimmick
doesn't happen in rock and roll. Other music genres, you can sign contracts and not break them, but not in rock and roll. Listen, we have Rock and Thunder tickets to give away, by the way, in 1 hour's time with Completely Useless Question. We also have Steve Earle tickets beating the box office coming up before 10 this morning as well.
Yeah, those tickets going on sale Friday.
Are you ready for scrolling? I'm interested to see what I need to be, what rabbit holes I'm going to be going down today.
Gosh.
That's coming up in a bit?
It's coming up in a bit. We'll talk some. Oh, there's a viral restaurant review that I want to talk about and scroll, and that's pretty funny. So we'll talk about that. The storm today didn't come through like we thought it would. It was supposed to start snowing around 1 a.m., at least in the city.
Some are saying that that delay will just be heavier snow today at some point. But right now, just light snow, -3, road conditions in the city. More or less, the streets are pretty wet.
Yeah.
We're hearing about blowing snow in outlying areas that causing some visibility issues. So
when you hear a storm is coming, do you do anything to prepare for it? Especially after that blizzard that got you stuck in the parking lot and everything. Do you take extra precautions, or you just kind of let it happen?
This parking lot is in the back of my head now during a storm. But to be honest, we've been through so many storms as Manitobans.
Yeah.
The one thing, because I got off a plane on Monday later in the day, the only thing when I heard about what was coming, grocery shopping. But we needed to do that anyway. So I think you pick up just a couple of extra items. I was more worried about my dad, to be honest.
Yeah.
who's older, and I phoned him yesterday, and no, he was all ready. I should have known. He was prepared.
Course.
He went out Monday. He said, I'm not waiting till Wednesday, right?
Good
but anyway,
for him. He's on top of it. The only thing I did is I've got a thing wrong with my car right now. What else is new? There's a panel that seems to be like just a cover that covers the bottom of your car, and it's down, and it's kind of scraping against some of the ruts. It's okay when the roads are clear.
Yeah.
But anyways, I remember, I think it was a problem during that blizzard, that big one, and it was acting like a shovel, and I was getting, anytime I would reverse, it was catching snow and getting me stuck.
You're plowing your own snow.
I'm plowing my own snow, and let me tell you, it's not a reliable plow.
Yeah, the city's not using Sentras right now.
Maybe they should consider it. But I turned my car around in the driveway because I was like, I'm not going to be shoveling myself out of the driveway tomorrow morning. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but right now, just light snow and -3. They're calling for 5 to 10 centimeters in the city, which is a big drop from the 20 they were calling for.
Yeah,
so,
we can deal with
so
that.
far, so good.
Okay, I'll have my Sentra ready for plowing. If
The Philly, Joe, and Vicky podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Here's what's trending
with Philly, Joe, and Vicky.
All right, so apparently Tool has been talking to Sphere about a potential residency in 2027. That's according to drummer Danny Carey. I guess they've got a new album coming out next year, so it would just line up well with that.
I'll tell you what, anybody who has been to the Sphere, whether it's been for their tour or one of the concerts is there, no one has ever, that I have seen or heard from people, said it was a bad time. They said it adds to the experience of the band, the concert itself. But the problem is, it's a very exclusive club that can afford to go see these shows.
Oh, man.
Philly, who's not here today, is the biggest Tool fan I know.
Yeah.
But is Philly, as the biggest Tool fan you know, or anybody, going to be willing to pay, like the Eagles and U2 that were there, their ticket prices were up in the world of about $1,500 and up for a ticket.
That's nothing new for the Eagles,
no,
that's for sure.
But
U2,
like it was just out of most people's price range, but that's
It's too bad because it is quite an experience to see that venue. And it's also expensive for the bands to have a residency there because Danny Carey was talking about it takes a while to get into the black with ticket sales because so much has to go with these productions. They have to start from the ground up and create a whole show for this very unique venue.
Right. It's a special tour or dates. Yeah. So, okay, Tool's on the docket maybe for 2027.
Perhaps. Yeah. They're looking into it. They're in talks. We'll see what happens. I want to talk about this because it's so funny. A restaurant review is going viral. This was from a Chili's restaurant in the States, I believe. A guy named Dan left a 1-star review, and it said, currently trapped in a Chili's bathroom because they're out of toilet paper. I called the restaurant from the stall twice to ask for a refill. No one has come. It's been 15 minutes. My fajitas are probably cold. That's gotta be rough.
His cojones are probably cold too, not as just as fajitas.
No, the reason this is going
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is going viral. And I would never think to like communicate with the world while I'm stuck in a bathroom stall by posting a review.
He's actually probably thankful he brought his phone with him.
Yeah.
Because some people leave it at the table.
You need something to do. Now, the reason it's going viral is because he followed it up with a 5-star review saying, I was calling the wrong Chili's the entire time. They just came to help me, and I don't know how to delete reviews.
Wow. So he followed it up.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen all the time with a bad review either. Most people just leave it and move on.
They'll just leave it. But imagine being the Chili's that he was calling.
Yeah.
They're getting a call from a guy in a stall saying, I need toilet paper. They're going in there multiple times by the sounds of it.
Guy.
There's no one there. They think they're being pranked.
Yes.
Meanwhile, this guy's like, my fajitas.
Tremendous.
This is the Philly, Joe, and Vicky podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Our Paradise City, 92.1 City. Philly, Joe, and Vicky fills off today.
You bet. We have Would You Rather coming up, which will be interesting because we were discussing. Usually if one of us is missing and it's not Phil, he'll throw a few at us and get our take and his take. But I'm going to throw this out at you. I've got 2.
Yeah.
And you said you have 2.
I've got some prepared.
Okay. So that's coming
dueling would you rathers.
Yes.
I
It's
love
not
it.
the dueling pianos
No.
that everybody talks about.
You and I are going to need some practice time if we're going to pull that off.
Ding, yeah.
So I can't remember if this was an on-air discussion or off-air. We were talking about spoilers and how some people will be watching a movie and they like to look ahead to see how it ends. Maybe it's based on a true story and they like to know the ending of it.
My wife does that with
Was it your
reality
wife?
television shows, and it drives me crazy because I don't want to know. And
Yeah.
somehow those people will start leaking stuff out as episodes go.
Because they're dying to talk about it. I've got a few people in my life who love to do it. I want to introduce a potential rule, an etiquette rule when it comes to spoilers, because I was listening to Conan's podcast. He
Yeah.
had one of the Softy brothers on, the one who directed Marty Supreme, one of the Best Picture nominations.
And you loved the movie.
I loved it. So good. So I'm listening to this, and because I loved it, I was like, you know what? I never saw Uncut Gems, the Adam Sandler movie. Did you ever see it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I heard kind of mixed reviews.
Yeah, but it's a different role for Sandler, right?
Totally. But I think he can pull off a dramatic
Yeah,
role.
it was good.
So I have it on my list. Like, okay, I got to watch Uncut Gems. So I'm listening to this podcast. They're talking about it, of course. They're touching on, because it was a big breakout for them, right?
Yeah.
And they say, and spoiler alert, blah, blah, blah. They talk about a major point in the movie. If you've seen it, you probably know what it is.
But they didn't give you much
But
time.
I said, wow. So I feel like, because I feel like that's a regular thing nowadays to say, spoiler alert, blah, blah, blah. Like, they don't give you any time.
You need pause.
Give me like 3 Mississippis. Is that too much? Maybe that's even too much. Just enough that I can skip
Just
ahead.
had memories of touch football. Rushing
You
the
haven't
quarterback.
Mississippi'd in a
7.
while?
It was 7
Yeah.
Mississippis. 7 Mississippis.
You're
but
such
you want
a jock,
3.
Joe.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
such a jock.
No, not really. So you want 3 Mississippi.
Okay,
I get
maybe
that.
that's too long. So
I
let's
don't
say
think it's
1
so long.
Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. I think that's good. Then you have time to grab your phone,
I
hit
hear
skip
you.
ahead.
Especially with a lot of people not only listening to podcasts, but even reading sometimes. Like you see on Facebook, somebody
Yeah.
put spoiler alert in capitals, and then, well, it's right there. Like I'm still reading the
Right.
first sentence. Like maybe drop a line on a paragraph. I don't know.
And the argument could be made like that came out many years ago. Like whatever, that's your problem. But that's the way we watch things, right? We're not watching everything at the same time as everyone else.
That is a post that you're going to see too. Your problem.
Sure, yeah, but I'm not talking about The Godfather. I'm talking about something that came out a few years ago.
Yeah,
But even
and
The Godfather. I mean, give me 3 Mississippis.
Not only that, I'm going to tell you right now, don't compare the two movies, okay? Believe me.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Would you rather?
Wednesday.
Would you rather Wednesday?
Brought to you by Expert Electric.
All right, here we go. Doing things a little different here. Since Phil's not around, we're going to split the questions. You got 2, I got 2. We'll both
Okay.
answer them. I have to. It's funny. We're filming this, and I have to be like upright, so because I'm a little shorter than Phil.
You know
so
what
the
I feel
camera
like?
Captures me.
I feel like in the old days, the Sears photographer, like when my mom would take me and my brother for a Christmas photo, and then the guy's holding like a stuffy or something
Sure.
to get your attention, and we're asking you, the little girl, to just pose and don't move because you're standing, you're sitting, you're trying to sit properly. You know,
My posture has never been better than it is
Yes,
right now.
that's
Okay, do
true.
you want me to start?
Please.
Okay. Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or be in a coma for a decade?
I would have to go with a coma for a decade because I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
I was,
jail. You
jail
gotta
is
kind of
pretty-
watch your back, right?
More ways than one. I've seen too many jail shows and dramas. I couldn't do it. From Oz on HBO to the movie Shawshank to
Yeah, I think
Mayor
actually.
of Kingstown with Hugh Dillon.
Sure,
Great
I
show.
think you would do well in prison.
I would.
You've got the gift of the gab. How can
Oh.
anybody not like you? And I
Oh.
feel like you see how things work, and I think you could be like the prison kingpin.
I haven't been in prison. I do know a few people that have. They don't usually talk about it, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you're better off having people hate you or really like you in prison. What would be the worst of those two scenarios? I don't want to find
Yeah,
out.
good point. I think I'd go with the coma too. It's just
Okay.
less paperwork. Well, maybe more paperwork, but it's just you don't have to do anything.
No, you don't. No, but you'd want a job. You'd
Yeah.
want a job in prison.
I guess so. But with a coma, you could always use that excuse, like, I was in a coma. You can't be held responsible for not remembering something or missing someone.
How about this one?
Yeah.
Would you rather have a personal maid or a personal chef? Phil might have asked this question once before.
Oh, there could be repeats. We don't know. Chef for sure. I feel like if I could eat healthy foods that taste amazing, because I can cook, but I'm not a great cook, that would be everything to me.
And I'm the opposite. I hate cleaning. I would love to have a maid. Yeah. And just because I could eat soup and a sandwich every day or a pizza every day. I don't need to have a chef.
You don't need variation in your diet.
No. There's not much diversion on my menu. So I take the personal maid.
Okay. Would you rather always have a full phone battery or always have a full gas tank?
Gas tank.
Yeah. Does it come down to money for you for that one?
No, it comes down to convenience because this time of year, I hate getting out of my vehicle if I have to even just pump the gas, right? Where battery on a phone, I can always have it charging somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Without being too much of a convenience or inconvenience.
Does your phone keep a good charge?
Yeah, because it's newer.
Okay.
You know,
well, that'll change.
Yeah,
and then maybe your answer 100%. Will change.
Yeah, because of the price of a phone.
Yeah,
true enough.
No kidding.
But I think gas prices, you spend enough on gas in a year.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess cost-wise, that's probably going to be the one. But, oh, man, have you ever been out with your phone and it's on like 5%? The panic, the anxiety that comes with that?
I've seen it, not from me, but I've seen it from the stepsons. Those guys are looking for a charger. That's really the cost.
Yeah, you'd push somebody over to charge your phone.
How do they get down to 5%, like, without charging it? But either way, don't get me started. Would you rather, Vicky, because I know you love movies, would you rather be an extra in an Oscar-winning movie or the lead in a box office bomb?
That's a great one. I mean, I'm going to get paid more as the lead in an box office bomb. And I think, maybe I'll be up for a Razzie. That's always fun.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think I agree. I'd rather be a lead in a box office bomb. You can laugh that off.
Yeah.
But you were the lead.
Yeah, exactly.
In an extra in an Oscar-winning movie, even your friends are going to break your balls and go, "Oh, great!
You were in the top of your head."
Yeah, what were you? It's in The Godfather, and here you are. Oh, good. You're in that scene.
If you could pick an Oscar-winning movie to be an extra in, let's say you have a time machine, you go back. Which one would it be? The Godfather?
No, probably Goodfellas. Maybe Casino.
Yeah, and you'd be the guy at the blackjack table.
As an extra?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be sitting at the blackjack table playing. Is that guy.
Would You Rather Wednesday, brought to you by Expert Electric, affordable and Winnipeg's #1 choice of electrician. Find out what Expert Electric can do for you. Visit Expert Electric Winnipeg.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
The completely useless question.
Completely useless question.
Useless with a capital Y.
So useless. Brought to you by Midtown Ford.
Some hot tickets up for grabs here. Rockin' Thunder, Motley Crue, 3 Days Grace, Hailstorm, and J.J. Wild.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And also Destination Dinner Stage.
Yeah.
Happy Days Again.
Happy Days Again.
A couple of different types of entertainment up for grabs. I've made an appointment at Midtown Ford for our computer phone here in case things crash. I'm going to set us up at their body shop.
Yeah, this should be interesting. This is my first time using this phone here.
And it's not your regular phone. It's like all done through digital and everything else. So Phil, who usually controls our destiny when it comes to that, how you feeling about it?
You know what? If I hang up on somebody, I apologize profusely. I'm going to try not to, but I'm not saying it won't happen.
I'm just throwing that out there more because that's what's going on behind the scenes. Yeah. But this, I'm giving you full marks. I said when you started with us on this show that you just upped the intelligent quotient by far. That says a lot about Philly and
I.
But
today we'll prove that.
No, but because there's still 5 lifelines up for grabs.
Yeah.
It could be the Boston Pizza text line, or it could be you.
Yeah.
So you got a lot going on.
There's a lot happening, but we'll get through it.
So here's the question.
Yeah.
About 2/3 of us do it, but women are slightly more likely to do it than men. So 2/3 of people will do this, but women are slightly more likely to do it than men are.
Man, Again, it's generic, right? It's a big scope. So this is a tough one. Hi there, 92 City. Do you have an answer?
Is it rack up a credit card?
Not rack up a credit card. Great answer. That could be both for sure.
For sure. I mean, the way what things cost these days, everybody I think is running that risk. Hey, City, do you have an answer? Oh, I just hit some button that I don't
Hey, good
know.
job on getting the first one on.
Yeah,
though.
you know what? Let's call that a victory. Hi there, City. Do you have an answer for us?
No, I'd like a lifeline, please.
Okay, do you want me or the text line?
The text line.
The text line. Good choice.
Okay.
Great choice. Although we don't have a lot.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one. The first one I saw. Do you want that one?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Sleeping with an ex.
Ooh.
So let's reread the question. About 2/3 of us do this, but women are slightly more likely to do it than men. That's a good answer, but it is not the correct answer.
You think that person's been burned before?
2/3 of us have slept with an ex.
I hope that's not an
Little
accurate
high?
number. I think so. Hi there, City. Do you have an answer for us?
Hi. Is it pack your own lunch or bring your own lunch to work?
Great guess.
No, but I will give you this. The number 2 answer was take home leftovers from dining out. Women will do that more often than men, but 2/3 of us do it. Well, especially with the price of food now.
For sure. You want to eat every bite
Good answer.
of it. Yeah, that is a good one. All right, on to the next one. Hi there, City. Do you have an answer for us?
Asking for directions.
No.
That's a classic trope, isn't
That's
it?
a very good one.
Yeah.
About 2/3 of us do it, but women are slightly more likely to do it than men.
Okay. Hi there, City. Do you have an answer?
What about making the bed in the morning?
No, that's a good one too.
People are coming up with some good stuff.
Do you make your bed in the morning?
No, because I'm going to nap in it when I come home from work. So what's the point?
Same advice I give myself every morning too.
Yeah.
Just I'm going to be laying right down there.
Yeah,
at
exactly.
some
What's the
point.
point? I think if I wasn't, then I probably
Only
would.
when you
Well,
have company
I-
over, you have
yeah.
to make your bed.
That's right. If you're giving the house tour.
Or that's where you lay the jackets down this time of year.
Yeah,
That's coat
exactly.
check.
Classic. Hi there, City. Do you have an answer for us?
Morning. Would it be like house chores or like laundry?
No, it's not.
Let's get a repeat on the question.
Sure. About 2/3 of us do it, but women are slightly more likely to do it than men are.
Is it time for a clue, do you think?
I was going to say.
Yeah.
It has to do with insecurity.
Oh, okay. Yep. Hi there, City. Do you have an answer for us?
Can I have a lifeline, please?
Yeah. Do you want me or the text line?
You.
Okay.
Vicky.
How about use a filter on a photo?
No.
Okay. Sorry
No.
about that.
No. Nothing to do with photos.
Okay. It has to do with insecurity. Women are more likely to do this than men.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's
You're
go to the
kind
next
of
one.
you're getting warmer.
Okay.
With that.
Hi there, City. What do you think?
Hey, is it complain about their weight?
No, nothing to do with weight.
Okay.
No.
Good guess.
It has to do mostly with their insecurity with their partner.
Aha. Okay. There's a little clue for you. Hi there, City. Do you have a guess?
Hey, good morning. No, I'll take Vicky, please.
Let's say snooping their partner's phone.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, about 2/3 of us apparently have snooped someone's phone, but women are slightly more likely to do it than men. Snooping
Okay.
on someone's phone.
I
don't know.
see that, I guess.
2/3 is a lot.
That is a lot. Yeah.
Like, my wife knows my password.
Yeah,
Like,
same. Matt knows mine.
I don't even know how you get around that conversation when they say, "Oh, what's your password?" Well, I'm not telling you.
Yeah.
That'd be a
it's-
tough conversation.
That's a red flag right there.
If my wife wants to bore herself and scroll on my phone, God love her. She's got too much time on her hands.
What's your name?
It's Ryan.
Ryan, you're going to Rockin' Thunder.
Much appreciated. Thanks, Vicky.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Oh, we should have partied together.
No, I was probably still considered for you, the old guy in the corner hanging out with his buds.
92.1 City, Philly Joe and Vicky. Philly's off today.
You know, every time I hear that song now, I think of Louis Litt, one of the best TV characters ever in the show Suits, because he used to say, "You've been lit," like he had to put on a mug. He
Oh,
was
that was
a
his
lawyer.
catchphrase.
Oh, yeah.
Never watched Suits. Is it worth watching?
Well, it's a little over the top. I'm sure lawyers would tell you that, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
like for one of those shows, you
it was
know.
a big hit.
Escape.
Like people were talking about it, right? Meghan Markle, all that.
There's some cool characters on that show.
Yeah. I mentioned Phil's not here today, hence, airing listeners' personal information. It's just my side hustle. Little scam I've got going on.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I think you've been doing a great job because not only, talking and thinking and everything else, you've been hitting all the buttons for the first time.
Yeah.
And it's funny because a few people heard Ryan, who won with your guess on Completely Useless Question. They heard, us, hey, what's your last name? Howard. And then, listen, the only thing that didn't get mentioned was his PIN number, but I do have it.
Okay, good.
So if we need it for anything, he
we
even
can
gave
go for
us
a nice dinner
credit
tonight,
card information.
No, I don't. People don't really know what we're working with here, but it's like a spaceship in front of me, and my first day jitters are sometimes going to play into this. So it probably won't be the last time that happens. But somebody did say I like this Linkin Park remix with you guys in the background. So
it's a hybrid we were working on, but I'll tell you this: if you do win on this program, be careful. Because other people might know you won too with your information. That's just the
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
That's right.
Listen, Vicky, I was just on Instagram, and we have Guns N' Hoses tickets, by the way. We're going to throw those in with Steve Earle as well. That game's coming up February 28th, Saturday afternoon, Canada Life Center. Mach 10. Lisa Windsor and the band that play at the Jets games.
Yeah.
They saw that we were involved. You're going to be up in the stands, so you'll get a chance to maybe sing with them.
Yeah, rock out, play a tambourine at the very least.
Pull the Linda McCartney, the tambourine, or the triangle.
Sure, cowbell,
You can actually sing. She couldn't.
Linda McCartney
She was not a good singer.
Well,
yeah, backup at best.
She had other strengths.
She did. She came from the Kodak family. She was good with taking pictures.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know
McCartney
that.
married into the Kodaks.
Like he needed the money.
Yes, exactly. So you're going to be up in the stands. Phil is coaching Winnipeg Police Services team.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be coaching the winners of last year's game, the Smoke, the firefighters and paramedics.
I know Phil went to film a video with them. He's had a few practices.
Yeah.
You?
No, I was just looking at Instagram, and the team lineup was just announced, and they do have a coach. I know I was on the bench as an honorary coach last year, but they haven't reached out yet. Like I just read the lineup looks really good on paper, so I'm gonna have to see if.
Are you offended by that? Would you like to be more included?
No. I'd be at the game anyway supporting. But I thought by now, I figured, 2 weeks out from the game, maybe they want to hear from
call.
me. I thought I had a very inspirational speech last year for them. They won, for crying out loud.
Well, maybe is that cockiness then? They don't think they need the practices and the help and the inspirational speeches?
I can't help them with much, but I thought like a little inspiration on the bench. I was handing out towels.
Yeah.
And water bottles.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I did a good job.
I think so, too.
I mean...
but no word, eh?
I'm going to... No, nothing.
Maybe like the post, and that'll get you back into their sphere. It's kind of like what you do with your crush. You like their post and hope that they notice
There's
you
a
come
fine
up.
line on how many likes you give them, though, before it gets to the creepy lurker level.
The Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
For more Philly Joe and Vicky, lock it into 92.1 City, weekday morning 6 to 10.
He was sitting in the driver's seat, and we know that he was shot from outside of his vehicle.
I'm Phil Martino.
And I'm Madison Fitzpatrick. We're back for another season of Tracking a Killer, The Cold Case Files. We are turning up the heat on 8 unsolved homicides, including the decades-old Margaret McWilliams case out of Toronto.
That was normal that she would go out either bicycling, she'd go walking, she'd go jogging. The cause of death was ligature strangulation.
And we're taking a closer look at the 1990 disappearance of University of Toronto student Elizabeth Bain. Her boyfriend was wrongfully convicted of her murder. Now, a class at the University of Guelph Humber is examining police files on the case.
As far as I'm concerned, the more eyes, the better.
Listen to Tracking a Killer, The Cold Case Files on the Seeker app or wherever you get your podcasts.